On Thursday morning, August 21st, 2025, a magnitude 5.4 earthquake struck off the southern coast of Myanmar. The quake occurred at 9:58 a.m., with an epicenter about 10 kilometers deep, located near latitude 16.1 north and longitude 96.6 east. Although centered offshore, the tremors were strong enough to be felt across Bangkok, Thailand. The event highlights the seismic risks in Southeast Asia and raises concerns about disaster preparedness, especially for travel and public safety. In Thailand, no damage has been reported, but shaking was clearly felt in many districts of Bangkok. Several areas with tall buildings and busy commercial centers reported strong vibrations. For Bangkok, this earthquake serves as a reminder of the risks faced by high-rise urban areas, and it is also an opportunity to review safety measures, transportation systems, and tourism impacts. Myanmar was closer to the epicenter, but the aftershocks still reached Bangkok. The Thai Earthquake Monitoring Agency reported that the shaking was strongest in districts such as Dindang, Klong Toe Nuea, and Phaya Thai. In Dindang, where several government offices are located, including the Ministry of Labor, staff had to evacuate quickly as the tremors intensified. In other districts such as Wathana and Klong Toe Nuea, office workers and residents described shaking that lasted about 10 seconds. In high-rise areas like Bang Krasor, Muang, and Silom, people reported feeling dizzy as buildings swayed. In many apartments, ceiling lights moved, and water rippled inside containers. While no casualties or major damage were confirmed, the event reminds us of the hidden dangers for densely populated cities with tall buildings. As Bangkok is also a major international tourism hub, the earthquake raises important questions about resilience, emergency preparedness, and how such events affect traveler confidence. Southeast Asia lies along the Pacific Ring of Fire, an area known for frequent seismic activity caused by tectonic movements. Earthquakes of various magnitudes are common here, and even moderate ones like this can impact infrastructure, local communities, and regional economies. For Bangkok, the tremors show the close link between seismic activity in Myanmar and the vulnerability of large urban centers across Southeast Asia. For tourists, safety concerns increase, especially for those staying in high-rise hotels, offices, or residential towers. Bangkok is one of the most visited destinations in Asia, attracting millions each year with its culture, history, and modern attractions. The city offers luxury hotels, shopping centers, cultural landmarks, and entertainment venues. Yet natural disasters, even moderate earthquakes, can affect both the tourism industry and visitor confidence. Requires hotels, businesses, and local authorities to work together to address concerns and rebuild trust. The earthquake off Myanmar's coast was not catastrophic, but it was a clear reminder. Major cities in the region must remain alert, prepare for natural disasters, and ensure both residents and visitors are protected. For Bangkok, readiness and resilience will be critical to safeguard lives, sustain tourism, and maintain international confidence.
Nature doesn't send us warnings, but we can. Floods, earthquakes, wildfires, and storms are striking harder and faster than ever before. By subscribing, you are not just watching, you are joining a movement to stay alert, stay informed, and helps others to do the same. Hit the subscribe now because the next disaster won't wait, and neither should you. Be ready and be aware.
Army rescue teams and disaster response agencies arrived at the scene, working to rescue people trapped under debris and mud. India Today reported on August 5th that a massive flash flood swept through the town of Darali in the northern Indian state of Uttarakhand, leaving at least 4 people dead and over 50 others missing. A devastating cloud burst struck the village of Darali in Uttarkashi district, located in the northern state of Uttarakhand, India. This sudden weather event occurred on the evening of August 5th, 2025, unleashing a massive flash flood that swept through the entire village, leaving behind widespread destruction and a trail of devastation that will take a long time to recover from. Darali, a small village known for its scenic beauty and its proximity to the famous Kir Ganga Valley, had always been a peaceful and serene destination for pilgrims and tourists alike. However, this tranquility was shattered within minutes when the cloud burst unleashed a torrential and relentless downpour. The sheer volume of rainwater overwhelmed the valley's steep slopes and narrow paths, funneling a violent surge of water straight into the heart of the village. Witnesses described scenes of chaos and terror as the floodwaters raced through the streets, carrying with them mud, rocks, uprooted trees, and debris of all kinds. Within moments, entire streets were transformed into raging rivers, vehicles were swept away like toys, homes were inundated, and infrastructure was severely damaged. Many families were caught off guard, trapped in their houses as water levels rose rapidly, leaving them with no time to react or escape. The torrent of water engulfed residential buildings, hotels, shops, and public facilities, washing away large sections of the village. The once thriving community, filled with life and visitors, was left unrecognizable, with vast areas completely submerged or destroyed by the raging floodwaters. Panic spread as residents scrambled for safety, climbing to rooftops or higher ground in desperation. Local authorities, along with rescue teams and volunteers, rushed to the scene in an urgent attempt to save lives. However, the ongoing heavy rain and challenging terrain made rescue operations extremely dangerous and complicated. Floodwaters laden with mud and debris continued to threaten rescuers, while damaged roads and unstable buildings added further risk. The initial death toll was reported at 4, but many more were feared missing as search efforts continued.
In the northern state of Uttarakhand, India, Dharauli is known for its serene landscapes. But peace was shattered as torrential rain swept through the region.
The situation became even more critical when parts of the village's central area were completely washed away, leaving roads blocked and several people trapped under collapsed structures. The Indian Army, National Disaster Response Force, NDRF, State Disaster Response Force, SDRF, and local police worked tirelessly to locate survivors, evacuate residents, and clear debris. Despite their relentless efforts, continuous downpours hampered progress, and fears grew that the number of casualties could rise in the coming days. The destruction of infrastructure compounded the tragedy. Roads leading to and from Dharauli were washed away or rendered impassable, cutting off the village from nearby towns. Bridges collapsed, power lines were destroyed, communication systems failed, leaving residents without electricity and severely limiting emergency coordination. The isolation delayed additional aid and medical assistance from reaching the disaster site quickly.
The mid portion of the village has got swept out and the road has got blocked. The villagers on both sides have been evacuated by the army column which reached on the ground. Presently, the villagers have been asked to stay away from this site.
Meteorological agencies had predicted heavy rainfall for the region, but the intensity and suddenness of this cloud burst far exceeded expectations. Experts suggest that climate change may be contributing to an increase in extreme weather events like this one. Uttarakhand, with its mountainous terrain, fragile infrastructure, and susceptibility to landslides, remains particularly vulnerable to natural disasters.
Rescue teams struggled to reach the affected area. Blocked roads and broken bridges slowed down relief efforts. The Indian Meteorological Department had issued a rain alert, but few expected this level of devastation. National media outlets began reporting live from the scene. NDTV described it as a sudden and shocking disaster. India Today showed aerial.
The frequency and severity of cloudbursts and other intense weather phenomena in the region have been rising in recent years, raising concerns among scientists and officials about the long-term effects of climate change on fragile ecosystems and human settlements in mountainous areas like Uttarakhand. The tragedy in Dharauli stands as a grim reminder of nature's immense power and the urgent need for better disaster preparedness, stronger infrastructure, and climate resilience in vulnerable regions. Thank you for watching Nature Force, where we analyze the facts behind nature's most intense moments. If you found this report useful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support keeps this channel alive. Hit the notification bell so you never miss calm, clear reporting. Note: some footage in this video may be illustrative and not show the exact events described. Stay informed, stay safe.